beautiful morning it is. It's a beautiful day to be alive. And here I am on my third day of my FAST and Uranus pursuit. And I feel I want to just discuss why I'm doing the fast, the purpose in doing the fasting. I've worked on my addictions for quite a while now, and I came to the realization that my food addiction was kind of like the last holdout, and really kind of the biggest one. I had too much of my life and identity and everything wrapped around food, as a complete saturation of my being. All the thinking and planning and cooking and eating and cleaning up and all those things, the redundancy of food as a consideration became extremely demanding on me. And it was and is still one of the biggest addictions to overcome. And so that is the main purpose in doing it, is that I want to get to a point where if I want to eat, I just do it because the simple pleasure of just doing it, not because I have been redundantly conditioned into thinking that I have to have it, that I need to have it. And it's quite a thing. There's so much of it that's wrapped up in the mental aspect of it all. Now, yesterday, I started breaking my day up a little differently. We went from like winter to like high 80s in a matter of days, and it's still holding that way. And so yesterday, I went to the state park. I took an early bus and went up the canal to a state park, which has hiking trails I wanted to see. I'd never been there in the hiking trails, so I did that. But then after, I had time before the bus would come later to pick up and take me. So I had a few hours to spend. And so I went and sat by the seashore. It's the canal, but it's a saltwater inlet, a fjord, if you will. And there was quite a breeze going yesterday. It's pretty windy. It was actually even whitecapping a little bit on the canal. So I meandered. I walked on the beach. I sat and just kind of took in the air and took in the day. And at one point, I was sitting on this park bench there near the shore, and I was looking over, and I was going, my butt kind of hurts from sitting here. So I was looking there, and just a few feet from me was this big patch, a reasonable patch of clover, and it was real thick. And I was looking at it, and I was thinking, wow, that looks inviting. So I went and laid down in a bed of clover. And I laid there and just soaked up the sun and the wind and the breeze and the bird song and life. And it was so delightful. I felt like a little kid just laying on the grass on a summer day. It was so fulfilling. It was so refreshing. And so, yeah, that was huge. And so I further went up and did my afternoon walk on the tide flats. And by the time I got home, I was again feeling a little weary. And when I laid down, I was again having trouble breathing like I did the night before. So I just kept concentrating on my breath. It was hard to go to sleep. I just focused on breathing in and breathing out. And, I got up and 3 times to pee, and because I've been fasting, my urine has dwindled, and it's gnarly because when you fast it detox, so it gets a little gnarly. But anyway, by the third time I had my loop, which is a matter of a few ounces at this point. Within minutes after the third time, I was breathing regular again. So this is really a testament to the healing powers. And, I'm planning on getting to the point where, I can just call myself a perfectly natural healer. And I'm just practicing. I'm a practicing healer. And I'm practicing on myself. And I really believe in the fasting. I really believe in the urine therapy. I had cramps last night in my calves. So this morning on my body rub, I was doing extensive rubbing. And I rubbed for probably 45 minutes this morning. And I kept concentrating a lot of extra into my calves and those areas. And when I went for my little walk this morning, it was way better, just improved. So I assure you that if you have any thoughts or curiosity about the idea of drinking your own urine, rubbing your own urine into your body, fasting, and taking these large steps towards self-healing, I just encourage you to understand what you're doing and do your homework. It's important to do your homework. Now, I read and reread my manuals for this because I find them really helpful and informative and reassuring. And those manuals are simple. There's The Water of Life by Dr. Armstrong. There's the Man's Higher Consciousness by Hilton Hotness. Your Own Perfect Medicine by Martha Christie. And the Human Body Handbook Manual Workshop book by Dave Murphy, allegedly Dave. And with these 4 books, I have all of the knowledge that I feel I need to consistently assure myself that I'm on the right track. And these are important ideas to remind yourself of. Excuse me. Refreshing. So, if you have any thoughts about doing, or if you are doing, because I know I get a lot of comments from a lot of people, and there are people doing exactly what I'm doing. They're doing their urine fasting. And they let me know. They kind of looking and watching me, and I don't claim anything. I just am willing. I'm a practitioner and a patient of self-healing. And I want to get to a point where I might be able to humbly state that I've mastered my self-healing. But until then, I'll just keep practicing and practicing and practicing, day in, day out, because I really do like what I'm experiencing in a big way. It's amazing what's happening to me physically, emotionally, mentally. It's all on purpose. So, yeah, there it is. There's, I hope you understand the purpose of the fast and the purpose of doing the urine. It's a powerful twofold punch. So I'm going to wrap this up now. I've got a little poem here for you. It actually is the very last poem in this book I wrote. It's 56 poems in all. And so this one is entitled Love is the Answer. In the big picture, the merry goes round. Who gets the brass ring when the curtain comes down? Is there an answer at the end of our race? A human extinction, leaving no trace? Good versus evil, it's a division of class. Who will be standing? Who will be last? There's only one way our species survives. Love is the answer for those who decide. The higher we get with hearts that are pure, love is the answer. Love is the cure. Who wants to join us as we spiral above? All questions are answers when the answer is love. Love is the answer. And when you have the answer, what's the question again? So anyway, love and peace to you all. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, marvelous day. And boom, you've just been loved. I'll drink to that.